So guys, Fashola is one of those politicians who have come out to speak against the renaming of streets that are bearing Igbo names in Lagos. Now, this headline says, "Stop erasing history. Fashola reacts. Slam trend of street renaming in Lagos." I'm going to allow you to take a look at the video where Fashola has come out boldly to condemn that move, that is happening under Sanwo-Olu as the governor and Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. Now, before you take a look at what Fashola has got to say, I want you to take a look at these reactions coming from Lagosians. People have come out to air their views on what is actually happening in Lagos State. Don't forget that the Igbos have been targeted since Tinubu became president. Since after the 2023 election where Tinubu lost woefully in Lagos, that has instigated, the Yorubas to go after the Igbos, after Igbo businesses. Now they are targeting any street, anything that has to do with Igbo history in Lagos. They want to erase it. So guys, tribalism, tribal bigotry is at its peak under the Tinubu's government. And guess what? Tinubu has decided to keep mum because he feels that's the only strategy to win 2027 election, which is not going to happen. Anyway, guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at these reactions. Then you are going to listen for yourself what Mr. Fashola has got to say. Take a look.
I don't know Charlie Boy. I don't know him. I don't know the name. I only know the street. I know the bus stop. So I don't know anything. But when I'm not hearing they're changing Charlie Boy street, that okay, if I want to tell boss say I want stuff for so to go play, I don't want to know say na Charlie Boy I want stuff for. Is there anything wrong with the name? Why are they changing it? It's not now. They're not saying because it's Igbo. It's not now. It has been long. The name has been there. So it's not now. They're not say okay because it's Igbo, because it's Calabar, because it's Shokini, because it's Yoruba. They now want to start changing names of streets. It's not possible. It will really confuse so many people, so many drivers, so many Uber drivers because most names are already on the map.
They don't allow that in their own state. Changing Igbo name to Yoruba, they cannot allow it. Where are they going, sir? Lagos want to. They use they are powerful in Lagos. They are putting their more than Yoruba self. Recently, that's little funny. They are saying they are more than Yoruba.
Changing of street name, to my view, is not a priority. I think it's a misplacement of priority. What we Lagosians we need now, we talk of good governance. We still have bad roads. We still have bad roads in Lagos State. We still have drainages that are unkept, that are not properly developed. So I think that changing of name, changing Charlie Boy bus stop to Bado bus stop, I see it as the same this thing that is still dividing us, which is tribalism. Charlie Boy is from the east and Bado is from the west. And then the government of Sanwo-Olu, ever since he came into office, has been a divide, a factor that has been dividing us. In a tribal way. You have Igbo's shop. Let me not say Igbo's shop. The Southerners, there are shops that have been demolished, and now it has gone to street and bus stop renaming. It's not a priority. A Charlie Boy street has been known. Tinubu was there, didn't remove it. Fashola came in, did not remove it. Ambode also did not remove it. So why are they doing it? I think it's just a way of telling the Igbos that they don't need them. For Peter Obi to, projecting himself as a presidential aspirant, a candidate for 2027 election, I think that's even the main thing, what is causing it. Just to send a message, it's a clear message that, look, if you guys still do the same thing you did in 2023, we will still go that same way.
Since majority loves Olamide, like anybody on the street, like I know Olamide. I don't know Olamide face to face, but I hear about Olamide, and children, youths all over the world, they know more about Olamide. But Charlie Boy, people don't know much about Charlie Boy. So maybe they are trying to use a popular name to caption the environment. I know it's politics. You understand? So that maybe when it comes to the time for politics, when you know that this Olamide streets, people that want Olamide will really come out You understand?
I think this is not even the right time to be changing the name of street or something like that, because we don't even have a better Nigeria, we don't have a better Lagos. It's not the right time for us to be changing all those stuffs. Right now we need to focus on things that will better Lagos state. It's not changing the name of streets, as in it's just confusion. So me it's not good.
There are so many people out there suffering, no food, no work. So why is it that is this changing of streets that came to their mind?
I don't really know why they are changing from Igbo's name to Yoruba's name. Actually, there's a lot of things that happen in this country right now, and I don't believe that is the next step to take by changing, because we have other things.
Archives constitute the memory of all communities, societies, and nations. Archival records are preserved for their legal value or enduring historical significance and constitute a key cultural heritage and information source. The archival heritage is a valuable testimony to the socio-political and economic development of humanity. For instance, the Glasgow University Archive Service gives a fascinating insight into the influence that the University of Glasgow, its staff and students have had on the history and development of many countries, including Nigeria. Records also contain information, and this was from Scotland, as I said, in 2012. It contains information about the first Nigerian students at the University of Glasgow at the time, including one Dr. James Churchill Vaughan and one Dr. Isaac Ladipo Uluwole, who were enrolled in 1913 and graduated in 1918. Dr. Ladipo Uluwole returned to Nigeria to become the first African medical officer of health in the Lagos colony. He pioneered school health services with school inspections and the vaccination of children in their schools, and started the first Nigerian School of Hygiene at Yaba in Lagos in 1920. So that's the Ladipo Oluwole, but the records were kept where? In Glasgow, in Scotland. So those of us who drive through streets such as Ladipo Oluwole Street in Ikeja will probably now understand and contextualize the contributions of such a man and why it was considered such high honor to immortalize him by naming a street in his memory. End of quote, 2012. But it is perhaps instructive that we are discussing street naming and street unnaming, and I keep my gunpowder dry. So, but that tells you that the more things change, the more they remain the same. So, today I reiterate those words about street naming, about Dr. Oluwole, and with greater conviction to reinforce my message that the preservation of our history and the documentation of our progress must be taken seriously. The puzzle pieces of Lagos's past, its people, traditions, governments, and struggles are scattered across time. LASRAB must continue to piece them together into a coherent whole, one archive, one policy document, one photograph, and one manual at a time. So I urge us all to support this noble work. Let us help preserve history, not as a static museum of forgotten things, but as a vibrant engine of knowledge, resilience, and development. In the past, when we needed to conduct searches about certain things that happened here, sadly and ironically, the place to go was to go overseas, to go and look for records of ourselves. So, and I think nothing validates the idea of the prosperity and the economic value of record keeping than that irony. So when we're talking about Google searches today, all the search engines that we now have in our palms, imagine if records were not kept. There's nothing for them to search.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. That is Fashola speaking against what is happening in Lagos State under the leadership of Tinubu and Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Igbos have come under attack. In short, the Igbos will not forget a time like this, you know, since Tinubu was given that position by INEC to become the president. Tribalism, the Igbos have come under attack. Igbo businesses have come under attack. Igbos have been asked to go back to where they are coming from. Nigeria is no longer united and all that. You see, that is what we see under this kind of leadership. Anyway, guys, I don't know what you make of what is happening in Nigeria today. Tinubu is silent. He has never come out to condemn all what we saw under this government. I mean, the Tinubu's government has never come out to say this is wrong. They allow these things to continue in Lagos State because they feel that tribal bigotry is the only way they can win the election come 2027. It's not going to work. Nigerians have sense. Nigerians are tired of what is happening in this country and they just need a change. Anyway, guys, let me just quickly read a section of this headline. It says, "Stop erasing history. Fashola reacts, slam trend of street renaming." And it says the former Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashiola has kicked against the growing trend of renaming streets in Lagos, warning against doing so without proper regard for the legacy of those being commemorated. Fashola made this statement during a public unveiling of Discover Lagos State, a history puzzle book volume held at the Civic Center in Victoria Island on Tuesday. He stressed this: safeguarding Lagos historic record is essential to protect societal values and prevent the distortion of the state's heritage. Referencing archival materials from the University Glasgow, Fashola highlighted the importance of documentation in shaping public memory and national identity. Kudos to Fashola for speaking up, because recently on the Twitter space there was a post that somebody snapped a street in Anambra, Onitsha to be precise. The street is named Wole Soyinka Street in Onitsha. So nobody is going to remove that name. Nobody is going to change it. But guess what? Igbos are just being targeted because Tinubu lost Lagos. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.